Hey everyone, I just thought I'd whack this little review together for you. Instead of reviewing all the Ripley figures individually, I thought I'd just put them, all three of them that I have so far, or the three that have been released to date. There is an Alien Free Ripley on the way soon from Neca. But for now, I just thought I'd review all the ones that are out currently, and keep it brief and just give you a little overview really of what they're like and how they look. I think this nice little rotating situation is cool because you get all three in one place. So coming around here in the blue jumpsuit, you've got the original Ripley from the first film, how we see her pretty much throughout. And coming around, we've got Ripley from the original movie from the end scene, the final scene of the movie, which I think is incredible, and the way Sigourney Weaver portrays that fear that she's feeling is very real. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Alien, uh, in my head sometimes I think, oh, I wish I was a movie director, and if I was, what would I do, blah, blah, blah. And one of the things I always think is if you're going to if you're going to make a horror movie, I know Alien was a sci-fi, but if I was a director, I'd want to at least try one horror movie, at least try and nail that one genre as best I could in one movie. And the first thing I think you really need is an actor or an actress who can really convey real fear. And I think Sigourney Weaver did that so well in all the Alien films, but particularly in that end scene from Alien, where the alien's behind her, she's singing Lucky Star to herself, trying to stay, together in her head. I think it's a brilliant scene, and still to this day, it always blows me away. And you got Ripley from the final scene of Aliens, where she's facing off against the Queen. And I do hope that Neca give us the version of Ripley from Aliens where she's got that brown leather jacket on that she wears throughout most of the film. I would love to have that. So let's see what else I can say. The both the original versions of Ripley, well, I should say both the versions of Ripley from the first movie come with a cat each, so that's two in total. There's Jonesy there with a bit of a sort of hiss situation. She's hissing back at the alien, I guess. And this one here, a bit more calm. Little look at these the shoes and boots and stuff. Really well painted. I'm not using one of the Neca stands on the blue jumpsuit version of Ripley because the holes in her feet aren't really there. Let me just show you. Whoops. In fact, let me just put a pause in and turn the torch on the camera. I wanted to mention that. I wanted to do a section of the video without the torch in their face, and then now I'll cut and I'll put the torch back on again so you can get a really good look. It's just without the torch, it doesn't wash out the paint job so well. So at least like this, you can get a good idea of what they look like in hand, paint job wise. So yeah, on this version of Ripley here, unfortunately, she does have the holes. They started to do the holes in her feet, but they never actually drilled them in. So I can't actually use one of these bases with that version of Ripley, but she does stand really well on her own, so that's not a problem. Now, as I say, I've got the torch on the camera now. Doesn't seem to be washing them out too bad. Now, as I said in the Queen review video, I noticed how on the Ripley figures they really did a very sharp and precise paint job. There's no mess. After all that time of trying to get Sigourney's likeness rights, when they finally got them, they weren't going to mess it up. She's got all her grenades around her strap there. You notice on the sleeve there's like this sort of grey paint effect. That's meant to be like the sweat and all the grime throughout the movie that she's picking up along the way. On this particular head sculpt in there, that one, it may not look so in the helmet there, but when I held that in my hand, just looked at it in person and turned it around, the likeness to Ripley is really strong. Stronger than it is on the Aliens one, I'd say. But then you come around to the one in the jumpsuit, and bearing in mind she does have a massive light shining in her face. There's no white, sort of like white speck of glint in her eye there, so it's really kind of making her eyes just look plain black. Whereas with the Aliens version of Ripley, there's a hint of life in the eyes. See, there's like a little white speck in the center of her pupil. Just gives her a bit of life, whereas this one doesn't have that white little speck. And I do want to add that myself. See how they're just plain black? Okay, thanks for watching, guys. They're three great figures. They all represent the character very well. And I'm looking forward to getting the future figures they release. Ripley looks good. And thanks for watching, guys. Interact with the videos. Drop me a like. Leave me a comment. Subscribe. All that good stuff. I'll bring more videos to you soon. Take it easy. See you in a bit.